everyone, today I would like to tell you a short thought about special announcement. Number one, first, the speaker said good morning class. Next, he introduced his name was Professor Chang, and he would be their biology professor the semester. Finally, he said that course was an introductory course for students didn't majoring in science. Number two, the speaker announced aboard flight 140 non-stop to Hong Kong. Next, he said, our passengers much bring their seatbelt to an upright position. Finally, he admitted the smoking wasn't allowed on that flight. Number three, first, the speaker announced that stop on their garden tour would be very short. Next, he suggested returning to the bus in 15 minutes. After that, he suggested and he explained that I had one more garden to visit before their lunch break, so they must leave on time. Finally, he reminded that I didn't want to leave any behind. Number four, first, the speaker announced that was the express train to New York. Next, he said the local train was across the platform. After that, he suggested stepping in and watching the closing doors. Finally, he said, next stop, New York. Number five, first, the speaker said he had their attention. Next, he said the author flying Macbeth were sick that night. Finally, he said that the role of Macbeth were at that performance would be played by a falsetto. Number six, the speaker suggested the speaker said that he had their attention, and next he said the driver would of the blue car parked near the front door, and he suggested moving their car. After that, he explained that rear was for delivery truck only. Finally, he suggested moving their car to the parking garage. Number seven, the speaker announced the 10:30 guard tour of the museum would begin in 15 minutes. Up next, he said our ticket holders line up at the end of the hall. After that, he suggested go into the front desk to get one if they didn't have a ticket. Finally, he reminded The tickets were free, but they must have want to participate in the tour. 8. First, the speaker got attention to passenger, and next he said that was their captain speaking, and he said in about 5 minutes they would be passing our live friend. After that, he suggested seeing the lake if they look out the left side of the plane. Finally, he said the clouds had cleared up and they had beautiful sunny weather then, so they should get a good view. Number 9. First, the speaker suggested coming up after the news on radio 2000. They would have today's weather report. And he said followed by the full hour of classical music. After that, he said later that afternoon they would hear an interview with Mrs. Lassiter Park, a world famous violinist, who would discuss her recent concert tour. Finally, he reminded didn't miss it. Number 10. First, the speaker said the house keys was found in the cafeteria that morning. Next, he said, as he suggested, come into the main office to identify them. If they thought the keys were there. Finally, he suggested asking for Mr. Chance. Number 1. First, the speaker announced they know he also like to say a few words at these gatherings, even though they heard enough of him every day. Next, he said he wouldn't interrupt their party too much. After that, he said he just wanted to tell them that year had been our most productive, and he knowed the year would be even better. Finally, he thanked for that, and he said Happy New Year. Number 2. First, the speaker announced Chance M.L. welcomed their adult non-stop service to London. Next, he said they were experiencing the delay due to the heavy traffic there in Dallas. After that, he suggested. He said the captain had asked there to serve a complimentary beverage. Finally, he suggested remaining in their seats so they could serve it there better. Number 3. First, the speaker announced he would like to announce the retirement of busy Millicent Brandwood. Next, he said, those of there who have worked with Mrs. would always remember how her optimistic outlook and efficient manner had helped them get through their busy workdays. After that, he said they would miss her. Finally, he explained, but I wish her the best and hope she had a well-deserved rest during the cruise around the world.